Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be looking at keyboard accessibility and why it is so important that your website is keyboard accessible and what it actually means to be keyboard accessible. So unfortunately, not everybody is able to use a mouse. Some people have motor difficulties, some people have problems with using their hands, and some people have no hands at all. Some people can't see a screen and need to use a keyboard instead because they can't navigate with a mouse. And some people just actually prefer navigating with a keyboard even if they don't have any problems with using a mouse. So when thinking about keyboard interactivity or accessibility with your website, the most important thing is that all interactive elements on the page must be accessible with a keyboard. So everything that you can click and press with a mouse or with touch with your finger, it also needs to be activated by a keyboard press. That means all links, all buttons, all form elements must be accessible with a keyboard. And sometimes when you don't use semantic HTML or you've got quite a complex widget that you're creating, then these things can be missed. You think you've done it and got it all ready because you can click on it with a mouse, but you forget to test with a keyboard and then you can't actually open a widget. So it's definitely important. The important keys to remember are Tab to go forwards through all the interactive elements and Shift and Tab to go backwards through all the interactive elements. All links should open on pressing Enter. All buttons should open on pressing Enter and the spacebar, or either or. Modals and dialogues should close if you press the Escape button, and drop-down menus should also be navigable with arrow keys up and down, and home and end keys so that you can quickly take yourself to the top or the bottom of the list. There's also radio buttons and checkboxes which should be pressable with the spacebar key. Another thing to look out for is a very clear focus indicator. When you tab through all of the different interactive elements, you're not going to have a cursor on the screen like you would with a mouse, so it's important to be able to see where you are. And so a very clear, easy to see focus indicator is important. And finally, it's important that your navigation order follows the flow of the page so that you're not jumping backwards and forwards between the top and the bottom and all that kind of thing. So I thought I'd test this out on a couple of websites. I know that we are going to find a few small issues here. So if anybody wants to raise an issue on my GitHub repos, please feel free to do that, because I will show you where we've got a little bit of an issue somewhere in here. So first I'm going to start on my portfolio. And so if I just come up here and click in the URL bar, then that will allow me to start tabbing from the top. And I'm just going to tab through the site to show you what happens. And you can see immediately I get a white ring. That's the focus indicator provided by the browser. Now you can often go in and change this yourself, but it's always important to make sure it's still there. Don't take it away because it is important for people. And then you can see that it jumps to the navigation, and then it jumps to the button See My Portfolio, and that should hopefully, if I press on Enter now, that's going to scroll me down to my portfolio. And I can keep on pressing Tab and activating these buttons. Again, I should be able to press the spacebar to open it, and no, the spacebar does not activate that button, so that is something that we need to look at. And let's see if the Enter is not, oh yeah, Enter is working. Okay, it was just being a bit slow. So Enter works, but the spacebar doesn't. So that is something that we need to look at with why that might be happening. Again, now you can see when I've reloaded this page, I jump back to the top. That can be a bit annoying. Sometimes you don't want to tab through all of these things over and over again. It can be a bit annoying. So that's always something to consider. You can create something called a skip link, which will allow you to jump over the navigation. But as you can see, most of the things on my site seem to be tabbable, and I can shift tab to go backwards, and I should be able to click on enter to activate this. No, you can't see that popped up on another screen on it. So everything seems to be working pretty well there. Let's just now give this a go on a smaller screen, because this is a little bit more how it would look on a mobile. I'm not doing it in the with the DevTools open, because that gets in the way of the tabbing, which is why I'm just shrinking it down like this. But now you will notice, if I'm in the URL bar, where do I go next? I go to see my portfolio. Really, I should be going to the hamburger menu in the corner up here. So let's just see. Everything else is clickable, not a problem. But something is up with this hamburger menu. So if we now go into our DevTools, we've got that hamburger menu there again, and I come up here and I click on it. You'll see I've got a section called hamburger, and inside that I've got an SVG. And the problem is an SVG is not an interactive element, so I need to wrap this inside a button so that this actually becomes interactive. So that is something that I need to go back and change. Or if anybody wants to raise an issue, as said, please feel free to go and do it on my portfolio. So I thought I'd just quickly show you another site that I've been building, and how I've been working with this one. It's just got a few more form elements and things on this page. A quiz app. Here you can see I have changed the focus to be a nice bright red so that it stands out, and around all the buttons or the login. These are links actually. They look like buttons, but they're only links because they lead to different pages. You can see it's a nice clear focus. So if we press enter now, we come to the sign up page. I can then carry on tabbing to the different elements. Here I come to a checkbox. There I can press the space bar to check this element, and then I can press the enter button here to sign up, but I haven't filled in the form, and so I can't actually send it away. So yes, that is a quick look at how to test your site for keyboard navigation. If you are wanting to find out more about this, you can look up the WebAIM keyboard techniques, which you should be able to find by Googling, but I can also drop that in the description below. And if you want any more information, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm always happy to help out with looking at people's websites and doing some accessibility checks, so let me know. And thank you for watching. Until next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye!